So today we are here with one of the rowdiest trucks that has ever been on this channel to date. So I'm here to show you guys, ain't gonna make you wait much longer. Here she is. This is Steve with this badass OBS Ford, but it has some goodies. So I mean, let him tell you about it a little bit. It isn't just your generic 7.3 OBS that it looks like. So what do we got going on over here, man?
So this is the first Enforcer powered OBS truck that I know of. Built it about 2 years ago during COVID. I had a dream and we made it happen. This is every option you can get from an Enforcer because I mean it was kind of a sponsorship job with the XTP truck, so it's got roller rockers, it's got billet mains, it's got everything you can get from D&J in this motor. So I mean,
it's ready to party.
It's ready.
And fuel and air wise, I see obviously the two big old snails there, but
oh, yeah.
What exactly is that setup?
So these are Exergy wide bowl, so Lake 5.9, 500%.
Hold on. You heard that correctly. 500%. That's ridiculous.
It's a good injector if you want to make clean power on a low pulse. That's it. I mean, you can make monster power. Exergy 14mm on the belt, Exergy 12mm on the case, Exergy billet rail. It's a Pulsar 88mm T6 ball bearing on the manifold, on 3 107 with their stainless housing. So that turbo weighs 28 pounds. Pretty cool. All aluminum piping by me. Water to air intercooler. The hottest this has gotten on ice down at the track is 113 degrees. Getting after it, man. The last pass I made was about 1,600 horsepower. I ran a 9.4 and 112 to 113 intake air temps. So pretty cool. It's efficient. Mexico!
Woohoo! So he's gonna be doing a quick 4x4 launch, so this should be pretty interesting. Let's see what she can do. That's a certified ripper, man.
I'm just making new room for tires. That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we just got in the old unit, as you can see, the roll cage and all here with Steve. This thing seems to be no joke, huh?
It's some fun.
Ooh, this stacks out beautiful.
Like that much throttle.
She just makes one a casual few hundred horse.
Couple hundred is all I swear.
Couple hundred. This thing just wants to start going sideways, dude. I'm gripping on for dear life over here. It's just right there, too.
Now we're in like a 1,400 horsepower tune.
1,400 horsepower tune, but realistically, I believe this has been the fastest truck that I've ever been in to date. So crazy.
2.5 should be about 1,800.
Ridiculous.
A little too much for me for the street, but
Yeah. And even at this power level, we're just cruising around and it just cruises beautifully.
clean exhaust.
Go pick up your local groceries, your kids from school. No big deal. Just a couple hundred horse.
I'll send my wife out in groceries if she wants with this truck. It just drives nice.
It's just crazy just at this power level to just be kind of just cruising around with like
The cage is a little annoying, not gonna lie, but it's super noisy.
For 500%, this thing is pretty clean. That's one thing I wanted to ask you. Horsepower wise, I know he's had it on the dyno a few times. But what exactly has it made? What kind of realistic area is it in? I know driving it around with you, I mean, it drives super clean and it's actually very streetable for this kind of power, but what kind of power is she really putting down?
So Tune 1 has made 1100, live tuned it. Tune 1 was 1100 horsepower and it jumped
Tune
up.
1.
Tune 1. It jumped up 200 horsepower increments until we started to run out of air on my first set of turbos. So 1100, 1300, 1500, and then we started to run out of air, 16, 17, and 1800 horsepower.
Wow.
King of Street 2021, I did 2018 horsepower or 2020 horsepower.
2K, man.
Yeah.
I just broke 1,000, and this guy's talking 2,000.
On the street.
On the street. What the hell's going on now?
It's cool how far technology has come. I mean, we were just doing what we were doing at 1300 horsepower, Tune 2. I mean, it's clean. I mean, yeah, it puff for a second, but I mean, it cleans up to a nice haze. It's impressive.
It's super cool to see a build like this, because from the outside, I'm telling you, this truck looks like your basic bone stock 7.3. And it's also nice to hear it from the man himself, because this guy has been wrenching away on this thing for a long time. All on his own, putting this thing together. So that is some respect right there. But it's a beautiful truck. We got some background noise coming in over here. Sounds like a big old rig. Oh yeah. From the outside, you would never know. You don't want to catch this thing hanging out on the road somewhere. So for any of you guys watching, keep an eye out for this one, that's for sure. And I wanted to ask you as well, was this thing originally 7.3 when you got it? I mean, what year is this? And before the whole swap, I mean, what was the background story?
Background, 2010. My house caught on fire. I had a similar truck, but it was red. Loved that thing. Got torched, and I was scrolling through Craigslist when that was the thing. Kept coming across this purple truck on Craigslist. I'm like, dude, I'm 20 years old. I don't want I don't want a purple truck. Ended up being the only thing that was somewhat clean in Cape Cod when I was in Massachusetts, and we went and looked at it. Fell in love with it. So it's a 94.5. This is a very first generation before it had the POWERSTROKE radiator, the POWERSTROKE coolant bottle. It had the old IDI stuff like that. There's a handful of paint schemes like this truck in this configuration that they made. So it's like 94.5. It was a ZF5, 7.3 POWERSTROKE, automatic hubs. Like it was pretty unique for what it is. I ran that for 8-9 years. I mean, I went through all the stages of a 7.3. I mean, dual H pops, S476, SXE turbos, smaller turbos, big injectors, small injectors. It was always lumpy. It was always smoky. It was always a little grumpy. It was fun as shit, but going through a drive-through literally drove me nuts because sit there just it's like an idiot. I mean, it dynoed 600 to 620 horsepower. Small nozzle. It did 700 horsepower back at Beans.
On the 7.3.
Yeah, 7.3 Jamboree. Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. But like, for the money I had in the truck, 600 horsepower is like, I couldn't justify it. So I decided I kind of wanted a common rail. I loved Cummins motors. I don't really take to the Dodges and the things that they come with, but I love common rail inline motors. They're simple, efficient, they work. And I was really good at building them, so I built me a 5.9.
And you know this guy's real deal. He's even got it tatted on him. Come on now. When else you see that?
Up the wheel.
There you go. This man's dedicated, I'll tell you that much.